WesWes Show.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the 135 Footy Show. Proudly part of the WesWes Network. You can go check out all the articles and other podcasts on the website, weswesnet.com. Thankfully, welcome in Usos coming to join me this episode. Bob Civilio, our One Warrior Nation. How's it going, Us?
All good, bro. It's going good. It was a stink week for the Warriors, but you still gotta back them 100%, especially for the way they came back in their game against the Dolphins. So good to be here tonight, boys.
Nice, Wills. Good to have you. Yeah, good episode you had with the Uso the other week as well. So, nice, bro. Welcome in, Alfie. How's it going, mate?
What's up, bro? My little boys. Yeah, been good, man. Been good. How are you doing?
Good, bro. You upgraded the studio there, mate. Is that a fake background, or you've been banished to a different room, mate? You in the bathroom?
The same room was. This is white on white. Same room was.
Exactly, boys. Yeah. Round 23, we are at the business end of the season. 3 more regular round games to go. I think actually 4, 3 more for the Warriors. Let's get straight into the headlines. Latrell Mitchell, we saw him watching last week at the Rabbitohs game, but yeah, unfortunately been found with some circumstantial evidence of some white powder. I don't know if you guys have seen the headline. I don't know. Seems to be the same problem with these guys. They get into trouble. Bob, I don't know if you've seen the vision of the photo. Clearly looks like it's Latrell with the tat.
Yeah, it's just another one of those situations that these guys get themselves into, and as young, well, he's not young anymore, but like you know, he's a player that the NRL have tried to sort of, you know, put out there as one of the examples that every start of the season it's always like a Latrell highlight reel to try and promote the game. And you know, as good as he is in the highlight reels and as good a player he potentially can be at times, stuff like this is just a shitty look for the game. And you know, what other substance is going to be in front of him in lines like that? It just looks so dodgy. And it's like, well, so there's two things. There's one, it looks super dodgy for the game, but then the second part of it is he looks to be in the privacy of his home or a friend's home, and so you know where do you sort of draw the line for these guys who are injured, not going to play again? They think they're in a safe space. They do these recreational things that you know you don't want them to, but they do this thinking that they're in an environment where they're safe, they're not going to be exposed. And then whoever he's spending his time with takes that photo and leaks it to the media, and now all of the shitstorm is surrounding him at the moment. So yeah, so there's those sort of competing sort of views around it. You know, he's put himself in a really crappy position, and you know the news coming out is that he's not going to be playing again for the rest of the season. But yeah, I don't know. He's like an Indigenous poster boy, you know, for the young Indigenous players. So that's the disappointing thing about it for me.
Yeah, I think that's a big part, especially Latrell, like such a icon. Like what he can do in the game is amazing as a player. But yeah, like you're saying, that poster boy for Apaliki's side, like I guess you see it a lot over there too. You know, some of the when you're on the doors and stuff. Just some of the troubles you used to have with these Apalikis, but like you know, that's again like you said with the other kind of you know when these guys are away from the game, you know, that's their recreation, that's their release. I don't know your take on this with everything surrounding Latrell, but also the asshole friends that are doing that to him when he thinks he's safe as well.
Yeah, I mean, number one, that motherfucker's in the same room with him, so you'd think it's probably his mate or someone he really knows. But number two, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I think because they're one is he plays at the NRL. It's headlines, man. But it shouldn't. Like who gives a stuff what players do in their own time? And And thirdly, we don't know what that shit is, man. We can all presume, just like when they were doing their, the Roosters were doing their little meeting on their Californians in the hotel room, and it was really cold, and they were forming the Eels.
Exactly,
We all
every
presume.
other cold.
But and so in this case, what we presume, it can be a bad look, but I think I remember Bobby and the boys mentioning it a few episodes ago. These guys are fucking league players, man. And I know some kids out there look at athletes like role models, but they're not fucking role models, man. There's better men in society, like starting from in the home. And I know what sport can do, and we were quite lucky. We come off the era where our sports heroes, Michael Jones, were like, these guys are saints off the field.
Yeah, clean skins, yeah.
But man, you've got to you got to be realistic, bro. They're just footy players, man. And society idolizes them. We put them on a pedestal, but at the same time, man, they're just human. And what they do in their own fale or behind closed doors in their own spare time, I really don't give a shit. But then I understand the media machine and how it sells papers. But that's my personal take. I don't care. I don't care who does drugs or who does not. And it'd be interesting to see what won the NRL, whether this comes of it. I don't think the Rooster Boys got anything from that. I don't think their club did anything of that. And this is probably a similar thing. This is just going to make more of those redneck Barlangis point the finger more at Latrell.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You're kind of like, that's what these guys are.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's play on for me, bro. Move on to better stories.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, I think that's the thing, like the fact that it's a story, a guy who's not even playing in a team that's Gaia down the bottom as well. How, like, is that the only headline, like, just to keep South relevant? Yeah, guy's injured, like he's gone. So at least someone's talking about South in the headlines. In other news, it seems to be only these Gaia teams now that they're out. It's just headlines for the wrong reasons. You got the Eels now. The Eels going through a bit of trouble at the moment. They are losing one of their up-and-coming stars, Blaze Talangi. He wanted out earlier. He's finally got a release, and he's being picked up by the Panthers. Sai, you first, bro. Like, goodbye for the Panthers. Unlucky for the Eels.
Oh, fucking way goodbye for the Panthers. It's not really unlucky for the Eels. That's just they dropped the ball, man. This is one of the best up-and-coming players in the competition, bro. Made his debut this year. And I think he's like leading the try scorers too, and he's played half the games. But if you look at what's in front of him at the Eels, it's the best move, bro. And he probably not on big superstar money, or he shouldn't be just starting out. But you got Gutherson, who really I think it's hard too to really figure out because he's played in a few positions. Well, going to the Panthers, you can only presume that he's going to slot in there in the centres. People were saying, oh, he's going to be Luai's replacement, but I did see him slot in at 6 there, and he kind of struggled a bit. That's where Eels really fucking the black hole. I think the Eels as a team kind of got better when RC come in at 7. I mean at 6, and what's his name?
Yeah,
Brown. When Brown started running the show, so I think he's more of a running. That's where his running, and you also got Lomax coming across from St. George. So I just think adding it all up, it was better as a few obstacles in front of him to get the solidify a starting place. But not only that, bro. If Panthers show interest in you, man, you got to take that with 2 hands, eh? Really?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer for him.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah, you like him in the Panther system?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, to be honest, he only debuted this year, so he didn't really sort of get a chance to really experience the system at the Eels in that first grade setting. I think the Eels just, man, they must have really dragged their feet on this guy because he's only a young fella. He's only like 19. But he's got some skills, man, and man, like Slice right. Like if you get the opportunity and Panthers are knocking at your door and showing just the smallest bit of interest, hard out you're gonna. Oh, sorry, Eels. See you later.
hard out.
I think any player in the comp, if Penrith were to approach them, they would absolutely jump at that opportunity, unless you're like, a stalwart one club sort of person. But yeah, this is definitely a good win for Penrith, because this fella's only young. They probably didn't need to chuck too much money at him, because he's still as good a season as he's having at the Eels. He's still quite unproven. So they've got the luxury of him coming in next year, seeing what he's got in a full year at the Panthers, and then man, he can upgrade depending on what he's signed on for coming over to Penrith. I didn't see those details, but yeah, man, Penrith have picked up a really good buy in him. Young guy, young, eager to learn. It's got a massive skill set, and far out. It's like Penrith lose these quality players at one end, but then they're replacing them with like young up and coming guys. You look at River, who's leaving at the end of this season. Man, a couple of years ago, people didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were like,
now
they've got this new guy on the wing. I wonder what he's like. And I remember one game he played, I forget who the team was, but they were bombing at him all day. And the man was just taking every single bomb. It might have been his debut, actually, or his second or third game that year. And man, he just caught, because they didn't want to bomb to To'o's side, so they were like, we'll attack this new wing and see what he's like. Suddenly he ran for like 200 meters return that game. And like the Penrith system just has that ability to, bring out the best in these young players. And man, good on them, because look at River now. He's like, you can see that I'm as good a winger on my day as To'o has been. Similar sort of build, short, slight, lightning fast. And now he's making his moves as well for his career. So, Blaze coming over to Penrith. That's a massive plus for them, and a massive loss for the Eels, who look to be they're on that trajectory where they need to rebuild, and he was probably one of the young players that they were banking on, but it doesn't look to be the case anymore.
Yeah. Well, on that rebuild, I guess further to that, like they've released guys, so they've asked or shoulder tapped RCG and said he's free to start looking around. So kind of just sends like just warning signals, like what's happening there. They've already let Bryce Cartwright know that he can look around, as well as Ryan Matterson. So those two weren't too big, but I mean RCG is huge, kind of especially in your forward pack, kind of to lead that. And also whispers now with Mitchell Moses potentially having some rumblings, which is fair enough. I mean, he's lost his coach in Brad Arthur, and now he's losing a lot of these guys that he's kind of come up through the grades in. Isaac Moses, his cousin and manager, Isaac Moses is always in there. Much as everyone seems to hate on him, I guess that's the thing. He's doing the best thing for these kids, because on the flip side of what this club's doing to guys like RCG and that, why is it a bad thing that Moses is starting to look around? So there's kind of that view where everyone starts to not like the agent, not like these players looking around, but it goes both ways. I don't know your guys' views on the Eels at the moment, just with a lot of these changes, kind of looking to clean up for the new year.
Bro, I think with the new coach coming in, man, all these, and this goes for all the other teams as well that have missed out on the 8. A lot of these players, bro, they're just playing for their contracts, man. You know what I mean? And we all know what clubs can do. You can be signed up for 4 or 5 years. But if a club wants to move you on, they will move you on. And a incoming new coach, he could do that too, man. We saw Ricky Stewart do that to the Eels over 10 years ago. CG, man, he's huge, man. Like, one, he was still playing elite level footy. I think that's more like a business decision. I don't want to guess, but he's probably on huge money. And we'll talk about the Eels a bit later, but you know who really impresses me in their on the roster is Kiwi fella Wiramu Greg, man. Doesn't seem like the biggest prop, but fuck, he can hit, man. He reminds me of a young Warrior Hargreaves, bro. Just real hard. His minutes starting to come up more and more. But he's been in and around for the last couple of years. So maybe that's, you know, his emergence. Maybe you know, they can still have the same kind of player like RCG is, but at a cheaper price. I don't know, but out of all the names you mentioned, bro, like, fuck, you don't want to lose Moses, man. Surely,
Yeah.
like forwards still important, man. But you still got, you know, you still got a bit of you still got an experience there with Paulo. Matterson was an interesting one, man. He is top quality for me, but I just think injuries the last couple of years, maybe not playing to the level. So they're definitely looking at blooding some new back rowers, man. Because as you mentioned, Cartwright, Matterson moving on. But yeah, bro, if I was in that on their board or the new incoming coach, man, you'd want to hold on to Moses as long as you can, man, and offer him a kitchen sink. Maybe releasing all these players. That's what it's about. Just getting the pieces of the puzzle right, man. Give Mose his Milionga, man. Because I don't even think he's on there. You know, maybe, who knows? But there's
Isaac will
some
make
bit of
sure he
talk.
is.
Yeah, a bit of talk about him possibly going to the Roosters. I don't know why when the Roosters got Walker's. I think that talks because of Sam Walker. He hasn't re-signed for 26 onwards. But people were saying that the Roosters Nick Politis, the chairman, he's so off this guy this agent Isaac Moses that he'll never deal with any players that align with him. So that makes it an interesting proposition, but it'll fucking start a musical chairs, bro. If Eels lose Mitchell Moses, that's for sure.
Yeah, Bob, your take on the Eels?
It's interesting because the guys that they're offloading are people that have had 9, 10, 11 year NRL careers. So these are guys that are at the back end of their careers. So they really need to start bringing in young people to replace these guys. And I mean, they've got Junior Bolo, but he's like 12-year veteran too. So you know, these guys in their pack aren't young bucks anymore, and you need someone to sort of partner Bolo in that pack, which RCG I thought was doing okay. I think Sai's probably right. It probably is more of a business transaction. I reckon he is quite highly paid in that pack, and you know, Junior Bolo's probably more of a leader in that pack than RCG is. It's interesting if they're gonna lose all of these back rowers to, I don't know, pump up Moses' salary. The people they need to be bringing in can't be greenhorns, because those guys will become part of the prop rotation. They're going to be part of the back row. So I'm not too sure about what their reserve grade looks like, and any of those guys pushing up into those starting
They got
spots for next
a
year.
few of those young guys coming through, but
But
no
yes,
one that kind of you remember off that straight away.
nah, like these names, they don't. I don't. There's no name recognition amongst these forwards. For me, when I look across the Eels, apart from the Kiwis, like Wiramu Greg, he's
always he
pretty good. They've got a couple of other guys that are there in the props. Those Island boys, Ogden, Makatoa, Kaumatulangi in the second row. But again, those guys, they're not really established.
Yeah,
And
that's
so,
the thing. They haven't really. I don't know if it's the systems at Eels, but because they've got a very I'm trying to think how they actually play. It's through the backs, but I think it's just fast. You kind of recognize their forwards as being those bashes or even the enforcers when it comes to defense.
yeah, if they lose Mitchell Moses to wherever, that club will be in a rebuilding phase for years to come, because I can't see Dylan Brown and Dejan Asi being
Well, I don't
a
see
long
Dylan
term.
Brown wanting to stick around. Like if Mitchell goes, I doubt he'll want to try and help with that rebuild, knowing that he's got a 7 that's still trying to start as well.
Mm.
Yeah, at least with a 7 like Mitchell, you can rebuild your squad and kind of like they lose him. It's pretty much a rebuild from scratch. That's a real 5-year plan, and that's asking the fans like, yep, get ready for a bit of pain because yeah, they got to double down on Dejan then and just hope that he becomes better.
Yeah, it's either that or they do like a Hail Mary like the Titans did to a Kieran Foran type
Yeah, exactly.
old halfback who's hopefully comes and, I don't know, plays the best form of their life. But yeah, the Eels definitely rebuilding at the moment.
Other movements, Val Holmes off to the Dragons. So I guess that probably fixes a bit of a Zach Lomax gap that they have with Val going across. I don't think it's huge money. I think it's interesting move for Val, but maybe that's more the Cowboys asking him to move on.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is, bro. It's not an interesting move from Val. That's fucking only optionals.
Yeah, so is only anyone keen for this guy?
Yeah, which is what was interesting from the Cowboys because they got what's the name, Vailea on one side, but I don't know, maybe they just trust that the nursery's gonna bring up
Morgan
the
Harper's
next
off contract at the end of this year.
Harper.
Maybe he can go across over there.
You
From
really
the
think they're
Eels.
gonna let him
From
go
the Eels,
home for Harper?
from Manly to the Eels, and you might find a home over at the Cowboys.
I think that's another business decision too. He'd probably be on a big pay as well,
true,
maybe. Who knows?
Especially bringing him back. Remember,
been.
he had that Shark season, and then the
I don't think
NFL.
he's played the best football this year to command. I
Unfortunately.
think if he could have turned it around on his performances to get another contract extension, but I don't think that helped, bro. He's had a mixed bag.
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys fans were too pleased about that news breaking this week after this guy-ass game against the Broncos in the weekend.
Especially after
trash.
Burned him twice.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's been the story of the season this year, actually. Just getting turned inside out by players.
I tend to think that he's a way better winger, and just stay on the wing, man. But no, he always gets himself in these really bad positions, bad positions on center. Yeah, but I don't know. But even his hands have been letting him down, man. The Cowboys.
Yeah, I think maybe might be a good fit for him at Dragons. Maybe just slot straight into there in the wing for Lomax, but we will see next year. And finally, Kyle Flanagan given 4 weeks for the bite on Stephen Crichton. Your guys' thoughts on that bite? I don't think it was a bite. Well, I can kind of understand why he'd do it. So my view on it. So you look at where he was on the ground and he's kind of underneath, but I think it's like sometimes if your nose gets blocked when you're playing, so the only reason you can breathe is for your mouth, and when your mouth guard's there and someone noses in your mouth, now it's like
I
you've
don't
got
think
nothing
it was
else to
a
do.
hardcore
Kind of like a self-defense, like I can't breathe, bro. Like, get your mouth.
Oh,
that's kind of where I
he
saw
definitely
it. Look like a
he
breathing,
definitely
like
clinched. He definitely
yeah,
bit
because
down.
it's self-defense. You can't do anything else because you can't breathe, like brah! And then it's just like a reaction.
At the time, because at the time, what's his name? Critter, he had no reaction, Because, if someone's going to bite you on the easel, you're fucking going to jab them back, like, just reactionary.
Yeah, just flinch, yeah.
So I don't think they both realized that, his teeth, his mouth closed. But the pictures, bro, burned him. Because he puts the easel in there and then you can see him, like, close down. But I think he realized where his easel was. So he knew not to give it a full fucking bite. But the pictures don't lie, and then what his issue was all more after that, bro. So that's why he made the complaint. You get what you get, man.
It's only an issue because he's got an island issue. There was a Palangi player on top of him.
Exactly.
This nose wouldn't even be in his mouth.
It's probably
But
smart from Peter. Hey, he wants to give him you can't do hands facial, so he
Yeah.
gave him a face-to-face facial.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
the thing.
maybe he
That
knew where his issue was, and it's like, go on, can't. What are you gonna do? and then he realized, like,
what you gonna
shit,
do?
this motherfucker bite me.
because you see his nose get stuck, and then he went, and it comes out. I'm like, suddenly, did he on purpose do those guys ones where the bottom teeth was on, and then he
Just hook it in,
serrate it? Just, oh shit!
But
I was like,
you know what was really cool? His dad backed him, right? His dad's like, regardless of what the pictures say, like, he said he didn't bite him, I believe him.
Yeah.
But fuck, bro, that's CCTV. I mean, not CCTV, but you can't lie about this. You got Bungy John.
Especially with those slow
Full
mos.
well
Like,
knew
oh,
there was a issue in there, bro.
I was-
Before
I
weeks,
was
you should have given a decent fucking Richard Lowe bite.
exactly. That's the thing. So I take exception to the 4 weeks because it's kind of like half and half problem. Like Critter's face being there in the first place.
Wait, sorry,
Is that what
not
that's
Richard Lowe.
done?
Johan LaRue. That was what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Richard Lowe was the eye gouge.
He
What is
did
what
another
is done?
stuff.
It's set a precedent for biting 4 weeks. So you can't tell me now that the next person that bites is not going to get 4 weeks. Like if they get more than
I
4
think he
weeks,
got, what's his name? We went from Raiders to the Rabbitohs.
yeah,
I think he got 4
Whiteson.
weeks. Whiteson got 4 weeks as well for the arm. So that
Maybe
was,
it is a
I think
4
that's
weeks.
minimum.
Oh,
It's
really?
just, yeah. Because he missed a few games at the start of this year because it was the last game of the year last year.
oh, man, I just think biting is fine. It's got no place in the game.
Yeah,
Biting and kicking, like when you kick out to trip someone
yeah.
up. Like I think those two things are just like foul play.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with the 4 weeks, man. Like, that should be absolute minimum. Biting is like, that's a dog shot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard out.
Man, bite style. Good work.
So, Tans,
right.
did you see this? Sorry, bro. Before we rip into your reviews, did you see the Hall of Fame nominees come out today?
Yes, 11 inductees.
I was kind of
Cam
not
just
aware
mentioned
of
before
that there was a Hall of Fame. Like, I remember they talking about. I didn't know it was like official, but congrats to Benji, man. It's the freshest.
Oh, he's in there.
Pacifica. When I say Pacifica, they home.
Yeah.
Mauli's Mauli, tangata whenua. But, I'm over here, so I just want to put all the brothers all in one under one umbrella. But we had Petro and Ruben already in there. And I think Benji's in there. Which leads me to believe, like, fuck, if Benji's in there, fucking Stacey should have got in there before him. Surely. If he's not. I might be lying. Maybe he's already in there.
He might already be in there, actually. There's a whole list of.
Pretty sure Stace and Ruben were the first two Kiwis.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's a long list.
This isn't a rugby league Hall of Fame, this is just the NRL one.
Yeah. NRL Hall of Fame.
Yeah, NRL Hall of Fame. Yeah, you'd think Stacey Jones would be in here, but I'm on NRL.com. I can't see him. But
yeah, 121 names. Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, yeah?
You gotta go to the long list.
He's right at the bottom. Hall of Fame men's players.
Oh,
and
okay.
They were in the last group, I think, that were inducted before these
sorry.
guys.
Yeah, you're right. So we got 3 Kiwis now, eh? And then you throw in now Fiji and also the Petro. That's 4 players of Pacifica descent. What do you think, bro? Who's the next Islander to get in there, man?
Well, that'll be a good one.
Big Papa with his 300, surely, eventually he'll get in there.
Playing. Surely you got to put in some other boys.
Yeah, but you're right. But the next one, because now we're into these players who played like the noughts and then the teens, like 2010s, those years. Because we've got Burgess, English, Cronk, Marshall, Slater, Thurston, Smith.
Like it's
The
a
latest.
shame they haven't put someone like Olsen in there because it was a stalwart for Balmain back in the 80s. Because
Yeah.
I don't know if his Balmain form was very good. Like he's quite legendary and up there because of his Kiwis form.
Yeah.
Like
Well, definitely
him
a Kiwi
outdoing
legend.
Wally Lewis. Yeah. And
I
so I
think he
was
only did
thinking,
like 1 or 2 years, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
so
We'll
I was
have
trying
to.
to think who are the Islanders that were in the 80s and 90s in the
What
NRL?
about
I can
Cooney
only
as a player? Surely Cooney would be right up there. Premiership winner, and he's been like top of his
Check the
game.
list.
I don't know. He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have coached the Warriors. You know, that's like a real bad asterisk on his record.
As the
yeah, the only one from around Olsen's time is Mark Graham out of the Kiwis
Yeah,
that's in there.
he's in there, eh? I think
Yeah.
he was. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yep. Yeah. Oh, so you
he
know
might
that's
have to
cool,
come
bro.
up to Papa's
That's
era, probably as the next. It's a big gap.
Daryl
yeah.
Before that.
Williams, the Edel brothers.
Oh, the Eels, yeah. Maybe the Eels probably slipped in there. But yeah, nice call out. Do you have the list of the this year's inductees? Who are the names there on that list?
Oh, the ones that got inducted today. What was it? We had Burgess, Sam Burgess become the first Pom.
English. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Inglis, Cooper Cronk, Benji Marshall, Slater, Thurston, Smith, Renoff, Ben Elias. Yeah. And Les Boyd, or was he already in there?
Nah, Les
Yeah,
Boyd and Lionel Morgan.
yeah.
So 11 of them.
So those are this year's inductees. Good to see like Panther there, Steve Renoff, man, getting in there. One of my favorite
Cam
players growing
Smith
up.
there. See, all these guys made the Hall of Fame. Now that's makes it easier for them to be selected for immortals. It's like the first step. You got to be part of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, eh?
Fast tracking it. Good call. Nice, Us. All right, boys. Let's head into the. Before we jump into the round, our all eyes player of the round. Who you guys got? We'll go to you first, Si.
I like to put Tony Staggs up there, man. That first half of the Broncos Titans game, man, it was just a continuation of a fucking Gaia display from the Broncos. And then Titans didn't really deliver as well. It was a pretty average game. But fuck, bro. I don't. But all throughout the first half, and even I'll put it throughout the year, he's probably the most consistent Bronco, old Katoni Staggs. And you see someone like, sometimes you see these players and they look really laid back and not putting in. But fucking Katoni, he always puts in, bro. And he goes hundy, everything he does. But man, he single-handedly just fucking won the game for the Broncos, bro. Not only these, so he left fucking Holmes for dead. Beat him on the outside for one of these, for one of his tries, and I think he scored another one on the left hand side. And he's a right hand shooter, and he come around on the left hand side and carried Holmes again, over the line. So yeah, he's my all eyes on me player of the round. He just carrying on his form, bro, and good to see him get a bit of recognition for his effort for the year in a really Gaia team, to be honest.
Good call out. Like Katoni's like kind of early on last year. Everyone knew what he could do, and he was damaging. And it was kind of like that, like what you're saying, like this year, just that attitude change. People were saying, oh, look, he floats in and out of games too much, waits for the ball, doesn't do much. But man, especially like the last two weeks, even in their loss, like just his efforts, just the work he puts in. Yeah, good call out for Katoni, especially like, all of the stars, Reece Walsh, everyone else seems to be getting their flowers this year. He missed out on New South, so yeah, he's pretty much been the kind of the leader standing up, especially with all the injuries to guys like Reynolds as well. So yeah, nice call out there for Katoni. Bobby, your all eyes player of the week.
I had two, and Si took one of them. And so I had a backup. My backup is Nathan Cleary, bro. In that game on Thursday or Friday when they played the Eels, that guy is Maguire clutch, man.
Yeah.
All the pressure is on him to kick a goal to equalise and to kick a goal to get ahead, and the man just bangs him over, no sweat. We didn't do Kaya Kelly, We're doing it now.
We
Yeah,
can
bro.
do your Kaya Killer right now, bro. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanna jump into your Kaya
Well, I
Killer.
had two Kaya Killers, bro. Kaya Killer number 1 is the Warriors first half against the Dolphins. All these freaking head starts that we give to other teams. 20-6 down at halftime, and then I don't know what it is with the boys wanting to perform these miracle comebacks, but that is makwa hard in your mouth stuff for fans. And that first half I was like, oh my god, you've already ruined my mood.
Their TV
But then they
material, and
came
then they
back.
come back out.
They come back, and it's like, well, do I really want you to beat the Dolphins after that terrible first half? I did, but like that was such a good game in the end. But that whole first half was terrible. My second one was Clint Gutherson, where you have Ivan Cleary in the Panthers, who
Hello,
just
Bryce, come on.
kicks goals with his eyes closed, and then you've got this guy who must have had $100 bet on the Eels losing by 2. And honestly, man, if you see him go to strike that ball, his foot isn't even like kicking towards the goalpost. He goes in,
All those
Makwa,
injuries he's
huckles it
carrying,
to
bro.
the left. And I was like, silly, was there a rush of bets on that game from the bookies? It's like, oh, is he going to get it? Is he going to get it? Sorry, what's the call? What's the call?
Oh.
Missed the kick, missed the kick. Okay, missed the kick. Man, honestly, I've never seen anyone choke on a kick like that. It was one of the worst choke kicks
Bro,
I've
I
ever
wouldn't be
seen.
surprised if that went to bookies because I had a good bet on there. So from my $5, I had a $230 return for it was Gutho score, Talangi, and the Eels to win. Just a straight bet like that, $230 return. Although when they were up, I was like, yes, got this. Bro, then that guy's killing it, bro. I heard the Panthers got to. Yeah, Pete was telling me like before the suspended bidding, they got up to something ridiculous to win to come back. So I should have chucked another 5 on that bet. It would have
Man,
made my money back.
all those Panthers fans would have just piled on, thinking, look at the odds. We've never seen Penrith be up like this. Hey, man, I just chucked $1,000 for Penrith to win. And what the hell, 3 tries in 5 minutes or whatever it was. It was ridiculous. And all I could
Nice.
picture was Tama going,
Yeah, poor Pete and his Eels. He thought they'd finally figured it out. Yeah, I'll quickly do my Kaya Killer before I come to you, Sai. So my Kaya Killer was the same as my All Eyes on Me. So it was between Ali Laitoa and Sifakula for the Warriors. All of these guys were like in the same moments, amazing. Like just with the work he did, Laitoa, like the break that he made to set that up, I was like, damn man. And
did
to
that
finish
TikTok
it
move
off,
that.
and then try and blame it like, oh no, I was concussed. Like, so let your mate concussed you, and that was well before you. That was after you
It's not
should have
humble.
scored.
He faked the injury
I
afterwards.
don't. Then I was
So
excited when Sifakula scored because, like, just that emotion, like, I could see, like, that's what these guys are playing for. Like, just enjoy your footy, like, the way he celebrated with Tamale. Then when he scored, so I was like, yeah, bro. And then when he let through that try, you could see because all his energy was set from the adrenaline of celebrating his try and cha, and then oh, bro, that break, and then his announcing turn to get you now. Oh, kaya kele, boys. Sai, we'll come to you for your kaya kele as well.
yeah, I'll probably stole my thunder there, bro. I was gonna put Gutherson's chokage down, but while we're on that game, I'll throw the officials under the bus as my guy Achille because it was fucking great. Like Cleary was awesome, bro. It kind of gave me bad memories of last year's grand final, but it was
What's
fucking
happening
actually
again?
it was worse, bro, because it was like Cleary started taking us apart with 20 minutes to go. So the Panthers fucking the
They had
last
this.
10 minutes maybe, or no less than that. The
Um,
last 8 minutes when they but anyway, we'll carry
8
that.
minutes.
We'll bring that up later. But Tolu, 2 of those tries when they opened them up on the Eels left hand side, they went right. And we all know Panthers kill it on the right, man, for numbers, when when they go Yale and they go fucking Cleary. But twice they fucked it up, man, and led to 2 tries, bro. And there was a lead runner, and one of the Penrith, I think Ussie was one of them. He got taken out on his outside shoulder, and all fucking year, the last 3-5 years, bro, they've been pulling this shit up. Which I've been joking around about it, how Panthers get the call, but they fucking got the call big time. This I don't know why they always swear bullshit stuff when it comes to the going upstairs. They couldn't find that, bro. They were all too busy fucking working their balls off the comeback. So that was and what's his name? Carlo Fire Barrett, who's got no job. But he brought it up. That shouldn't have been a try. So Carlo Fire Gutherson, he shouldn't even been in a position to make that kick because those were two bad offside, well, not offside, what do you call it, obstructions that they missed. And I just don't see how they missed it, bro. The lead runner fucking taking out a fucking defender who's coming across and running towards his outside shoulder, bro. That's been black and white. What the fuck,
Well, yeah.
bro?
I think that's why it's just not black and white. Like those calls always go to just become grey, and I think that's the problem. Like even when they're confirming, like, it was accidental. Like every time it's accidental, you guys go, oh wow, he should, we know he just can't disappear, but unfortunately,
exactly.
Yeah, now it's like, we agree that was fine, play on. Like,
but I can live with that, right? Because I don't want to go through arguing about this law, but most of the time, those obstructions is bullshit because they're going to stop the fucking try. It's going to be a try anyway, but
they
fucking consistent, bro.
Outside shoulder.
Teams have been penalised
even
for
that guy's got no chance to stop
every
him.
day of the week.
Yeah,
except for when Penrith
defensive player an opportunity to
that's it,
to tackle him obstruction.
But it didn't matter if it was like 4 tackles in.
Yeah, they called one of those ones early in the year. Remember when Liam Martin came? I mean, Dylan Edwards was running across from the goal line, and I think it was against. Yeah, and he wasn't even looking at him. Hargreaves ran through, and then,
exactly.
He ran straight to the line, and he was looking thinking, "Yeah, we're gonna score a try."
They're like,
and then Dylan Edwards just awkward himself on the ground.
Exactly. We denied Dylan Edwards the opportunity to make a hero's try saving tackle in the corner.
He would have done the
about
difference.
30 meters away. That's what I mean, bro. You're going to pull that up and not pull that up? Well, I don't know. The Panthers, just give them the fucking trophy already.
Engrave their name for the next 3 years.
Already on there. That's why they're like, so we can't. We just got ahead of ourselves. Where's the lead on this? Nice, Wolf. Good, nice. Some different kind of killers there. Let's quickly just touch on the amazing Isaiah Kalava fantasy draft. Down to finals, so we are down to our final 6 teams. Our other teams are being called by. They've been kicked out below the 6. Doesn't even show on the ladder anymore. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe we can look at the rubbish ladder. So yeah, unfortunately, Cam Schuster was having a good season, but he has fallen out. He came in 7th. Danny Thepps, thank you for paying your subs, mate. You are coming 8th. Latrell Mitchell, Golden Elise, Sam. I don't know if that guy's paid. In Binkaya, and our reigning champ, carryover champ from last year, Samoan Mandingo, disappointingly falling out of grace at 10th place. Yeah, maybe he didn't fork out for his super coach fees this year, and so he couldn't get the help he had last year. But first and second, Cameron Sewer and Stacey Tirianu go straight through to the preliminary finals. And then the playoffs are between 3rd to 4th. So you're taking on God Squad. Hard matchup there, mate. You think you're ready for that game?
Got
your trade sorted?
I've had some. Well, fucking Broncos got the bye, so I'm missing Reynolds. But I see this guy's got stole my Johnson. Well, I had to let go, and then all of a sudden Johnson's fucking good to play again.
Mate.
But this guy's got Isaiah Yeo, man, and this guy Isaiah Yeo, he's a fucking points machine, eh? I don't know. It could go either way, bro. I'm hoping Ponga. I got Ponga, Walker, and Mitch Barnett. He saved me, man. He's been scoring 60 points plus all year.
Oh, nice.
But this is a close matchup. Could go either way.
Going with the Roosters halves there. You expecting a big game against Paramatta there?
Well, I had Walker. I've always had Walker, but now because Reynolds is not available, that was just the best of the Core Bay players that was left.
Oh, you just gave Toby Sexton a rap, mate. He's sitting on your bench. No faith.
Yeah, well, he's one of these. He's one of these guys that are awesome on the field, but not a good fantasy player.
True,
a bit like Munster.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's a real different thing. Fantasy versus what they actually do.
The big move for me is Eels. He's nuts.
Champagne
you're
coaching,
like
mate.
gone.
That's what they call it.
You're gone in the middle of the year, like at the Spungi Lao. And then all of a sudden,
like the doggies, mate.
he's
Just
in
time
the
me my
finals.
run. Just time me my run, mate. Picked up my. See all these players I suffered. That's why I fell out of contention. Nathan Cleary's been on the bench, held on to him, and it finally got me to the finals.
Well, that's all you had.
Yeah.
That's why you've had Nathan Cleary. Everyone else scored by
Exactly.
Tuivasa-Sheck. No wonder why you've been calling him for to go to fullback. Exactly. He's not giving you much points.
But see, this is what Billy should have been doing when my star players, just making sure the team ticks over, gets those wins that you need. So when your star player's back, you're ready for finals. Kalofaya Reynolds now he's back for.
Ultimate Manly he's been the improver this year. Old Rogers normally Spungi La'au most years.
And
this year, man, he's bought it.
He's done well too because I
think his son is playing for him.
He's done the same Ultimate Manly because he's got Kyle Lawton, Cherry Evans, Luke Brooks, Tommy Talau, Jason Saab.
Yeah.
So he still just stacks his team with all his team. Just thankfully his team's been carrying him and doing well. I think he's balanced it out with some. Fanua Blake was his captain for a long time.
He's got Fanua Blake, Cherry Evans. I think he's got you in this one also.
Yeah, Drinkwater at the back there too. So Gutho's been doing all right at the back, but they got Roosters. Cleary seems to save me. He always gets over 100.
You got Campbell and Sharp on your wings. You must have not had anyone else.
Nah, Sharp's been looking good for the Knights. Should pick up a double. It's just those reaching. I was like, man, there's no wingers around. So yeah, this should be a bit of a tight matchup here with Ultimate Manly. He's actually coming third, so I could be out in straight sets. So should be exciting next week. After this round, we'll go straight into preliminary finals between Stace and the winner of this one, and then with the winner of your game against Cams. Congrats to the finalists. Unfortunately, those who missed out, make sure you pay your subs.
Pay up,
Rog, even if you take it out, mate. Gonna have to pay for the loser or something.